he was learning from those mistakes because he was so smart. He also got married, had some kids, and actually married to a remarkable woman who was every bit his equal in terms of intellect and understanding. And they had a remarkable relationship. And what I found was that, contrary to my original view that people probably don't learn empathy as they get older, like you either have empathy or you don't, well, that was wrong. I would not describe Steve as having empathy when I first knew him, but over time that changed. The way he treated people, the way he interacted, the way he listened, the way he cared, all changed. He had been kicked out of his kingdom. He was going in the wilderness, failing, finding problems, or creating problems, but he was learning from them, and he changed. And around the early 1990s, he changed so much that everybody that was with him stayed with him for the rest of his life. So when it got to the point where he was getting near the end of his life, and people were doing interviewing and so forth, even though the interviews were authorized by Steve, nobody was going to psychoanalyze Steve. His relationship with everybody was such that they wanted to respect him. So that change in Steve was not captured in the articles or books or movies that were written about him. And they were all about the early stuff, which is publicly accessible. That's not the important story. It was that here was a person who learned from the mistakes. He got better. And then when he returned to Apple, it was that changed Steve that made the Apple that was so great, not the person that you read about in the books or in the movies.